Once upon a time, you see, in a strange land not far away, I met perchance a little bee upon a most unusual day. And when I asked her who she was, she told me, Maya, no other bee could ever be like Maya. Maya, why you question me? Why is no answer for a bee? My, she's always in a pretty pickle, Maya, helping someone else's little Maya. Maya, everyone loves Maya. Maya, 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 come tell us what you see.
Alexander, here we are, up here. You're in a hurry. Where are you going?
Oh, nowhere, actually. I'm just doing my daily morning training. You know, I've decided to get rid of a few extra pounds.
Do you know what Willie, Flip and I have decided to do? We want to take advantage of the lovely weather and have a picnic. Do you want to come along?
Oh, a picnic?
I discovered a beautiful flower garden at the far end of the meadow full of lovely fragrances. I think that would be the ideal place for a picnic.
Please come, Alexander.
Oh, wait. I don't think we should try and persuade him to come, Maya. It's a very good thing that he's trying to lose a few pounds. If he's going to eat honey and cake, he'll pick it all up again. No. Leave him to do his running and we'll eat our cake without him.
So, you're going to walk to the picnic, are you?
Of course everyone walks to the picnic. That's why you have to carry a basket.
Well, then it would be very good for me. I'd also carry a basket.
No, that's not
necessary. When I do
necessary.
eat a piece of cake, I simply do a few exercises afterwards and I lose weight again, right?
Right. Well, you don't have to eat so much.
Well, that's settled then. Perhaps I can persuade my cousin to make some of his special spinach pancakes.
I was already looking forward to a bigger portion of honey and cake, and now he also has to eat.
No, not another centimeter. If I don't find something to eat soon, I'll be finished. Oh.
There was such a lot of dew this morning. That means we'll have beautiful weather today.
Oh, I don't mind the rain. You can take shelter and still eat.
Can't you think of anything but food?
But why? Food is a wonderful thing. I only wonder when we're going to get to the flower garden that Flip spoke about.
Oh, do stop your grumbling, Willie. Really, you do go on. We'll soon be there anyway.
And what about the famous spinach pancakes, Flip? Did your cousin make them?
Ooh.
Oh, yes, and a wild strawberry pudding for dessert.
Couldn't we stop and try some of that now, huh?
Yes. Yummy! Hello, friends.
Ooh.
Good morning, good morning. Now, I'm Barney, the globetrotter. And who are you? As a man of the world, I prefer to introduce myself immediately.
Oh, I'm Maya Honeybee. How do you do?
Maya, what a delightful name. I'm delighted to meet you, Maya, queen of all the bees.
Oh,
Gentlemen, who might you be? Probably Jeremiah Whiskers, if I were to judge by these things here.
You do behave strangely for a well-travelled man.
I was only joking, my dear fellow, but you must admit it is rather appropriate. Hello, Snubnose.
Snub-nose? I'll give you a snub-nose if you're not careful. See how you like that, you insolent fellow.
Come, what's wrong with you? You probably don't understand the ways of the world yet. I, of course, being a world traveller, feel at home everywhere on the 7 seas and the 4 continents.
So what are you doing here, then, in the poppy fields with us?
I happened to hear that you were looking for the flower garden, and as I obviously know my way around, I'll be glad to take you there.
Thank you, Mr. Globetrotter. That won't be necessary.
How charming you are. But whether it's necessary or not, I'm always prepared to help. So come on, I'll take you there.
Thank you,
Oh, you don't have to show your gratitude. But if you insist on it, I wouldn't mind accepting a piece of cake just to please you. Come, my friends, what are you waiting for? Hurry up, or we'll be late for lunch. And that would never do.
Oh, now there's a cheeky fellow. He's forcing himself on us.
Hey, yup. Hey, yup. Hey, yup. Yes, and can you imagine in Africa there's an animal called a hyena? Have you ever heard of that, Maya?
No, never.
Of course I've heard of that before. I've also heard that they call you the road sweeper of Savannah. Is that correct or not?
Absolutely correct, and if I might say so, I saw right away that we would get along fine, my dear Mr. Whiskers.
I've also seen a lot of the world. The Hanging Bells of Florence.
Oh, you're absolutely wrong about that one, my friend. You mean the Hanging Gardens of Semiramis. They are not in Florence, however, but in distant Siberia, remember? No, you really can't fool me. I was even friendly with a butterfly girl from Paris. Every evening I used to fly over the Thames with her.
I must say you really have done and seen a lot of things.
Well, that can't be avoided with a bird of passage like me.
Oh, it must be a wonderful life.
I really wonder if they aren't all suffering from heat stroke. His bragging is becoming quite unbearable.
Ah, they're coming.
It's about time.
Sorry we're so late, but this is Mr. Barney, and he had so many interesting stories to tell us.
yes.
But after a month, we lost our love. I flew from Paris to Madrid, and there got myself another girl.
Don't know, but this bee seems a little
He's
odd
not a
somehow.
bee at all.
What's
He's a
more, I've never
globetrotter.
come
He
across
said so
anyone
himself.
even
Oh, I
remotely
don't
like
know.
him.
He seems
What
to
do
have
you
the right
think, you
bill.
fellas?
I
Eh?
have to explain that to you tête-à-tête quietly when we're alone together.
Right,
At
Bill,
the
don't
moment,
make
I'm
me
only
laugh. The
interested
only
to
thing
know
he can
when
do
we're
is
going to
brag.
get to this
Do you
place.
find my stories interesting? Hmm?
Oh, yes, very.
The stupid thing is, I always get thirsty when I talk. Now, let's relax a little while we wait for the others.
All right, we're having a break.
What do you mean we? Who's having a break? We want to go to the picnic.
Maya, do you perhaps have a drop of honey for me, please? I'm so thirsty.
There you are.
Lovely. Do you have a little more for me? Hmm?
First he's got a big mouth, and now he's drinking our honey.
I don't understand. How can Maya fall for somebody like that,
This big mouth tells her all sorts of stories, and then she thinks he's wonderfully built.
If I must be honest about it, I do think he looks rather ridiculous.
He's not a globe-trotter. He's a big idiot.
Willie, what are you talking about?
It's got nothing to do with me, Maya, but why did you bring that fellow along?
What do you mean? I didn't ask him. He invited himself.
But you really fell for him, and that encouraged him. Don't deny it.
What can I do? I can't just send him away,
Maya?
can I?
Maya!
Oh?
I thought you'd forgotten about me. What are you whispering about? Don't you know that it's rude? Besides, I think we should move on. Come along now, come along. When we're in the flower garden, I'll tell you some more interesting stories about all my travels.
What's the matter, Barney? Should we have another break, everyone?
Why must we have breaks all the time?
But Barney can't...
Can't you stop talking about Barney for a moment? I've had enough of that.
Willie, don't be so horrible. I think we should go over there and relax in the shade for a
I
while.
don't really care. I simply must sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Now.
What is it, Barney? You should try and pull yourself together.
A drop of that delicious honey would get me on my wings. this delicious honey always sets me right.
I'm glad to hear that you're feeling better.
I'm delighted.
Oh,
Left, right, left, right, left, right.
good day to you, Colonel.
Left. Good day, good day.
Oh! Get off! Get off! You're all on top of me! Get off! Get off! Get off!
They got off long ago. Come on, you. They remind me strongly of the giant ants I once saw in America. But I think I'll tell you that story while we're having dessert.
Oh, no, not again, thank you. I think our ears are badly in need of a break.
Huh? Who's breaking your ears?
In case you haven't noticed it yet, we're getting bored to tears with all your stories.
How can you?
I'm very sorry to say this, Maya, but with such a persistent fellow, one can only be frank.
Let's not fight. Let's move on, huh?
Oh, how beautiful.
Only a little further and we'll be in the middle of this beautiful flower garden.
Even the dung beetle is constantly overwhelmed by the beauty of nature.
Wonderful.
I wonder what happened to our little
Do
swindler.
you mean Barney?
I really think he must have collapsed somewhere.
But then we should be concerned about him, shouldn't we?
Well, I'm glad we got rid of him, Maya.
If he's such a well-traveled guy, he should be able to help himself. He'll be all right.
I admit he exaggerates a little now and then, talks too much, but that's no reason to desert him. I won't be long. I'm going to look for him. Wait here.
But don't bring him back, do you hear me?
No, that's not necessary.
Barney! Barney!
I don't know where to go. All I know is I've lost my way and the others have deserted me. I can't fly anymore. I'll have to walk. Ah! Help! Help! I've been caught in a spider's web. Help! 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 Hello! You over there, please get me out of here. If you help me, I'll give you some of the most delicious honey in the world.
Did you say honey?
Yes, as much as you like.
All right, men, get him out of the web then.
Oh, you saved me, and I'm very grateful.
That's all right. Now, what about that honey?
Yes, of course, your honey. Wouldn't you perhaps like some cakes, chocolates, and pancakes?
Yes, of course. Come along now, where is it? Come along, we're
You
waiting.
get it, but first another request.
What anything you say? Come on now, what is it? We'll do anything for
I
you.
can't go any further. I'm so tired I just can't walk anymore. Won't you please carry me to the place? There milk and honey will flow. At the far end of the meadow, Maya and the others are already waiting for you.
And you want us to carry you there?
Well, if you don't want to.
No, we'll take you.
I tell you, a full picnic basket is waiting there for you, filled with the most delicious food that you could ever
I
imagine.
understand. Start working, men. Make a stretcher for him.
Yes, make a stretcher.
That worked out well, didn't it? Can you imagine anything better than carried in a litter, no more aches or pains, and protected against the rain?
I hope nothing's happened to him. Barney! Hello?
Quickly now, hurry.
Oh,
Left 2, 3, 4, left 2, 3, 4, left 2, 3, 4. Let's hurry to the honey pot.
there you are. Hello, Barney.
Hello there, Maya. How lovely to see you again.
Oh,
He was completely exhausted. He couldn't carry on, you see, and that's why we decided to help him.
that's what I was afraid of.
Very well, quick march, move on, hop, hop.
Quick march.
Left 2, 3, 4, left 2, 3, 4.
Aha. He's been very lucky.
Can you see, Maya?
Wait a minute. No, nothing yet. She's nowhere to be seen. Hey, wait a minute. There she
I
is.
hope she has no one with her.
No, I'm sorry to tell you that Barney's with her. Yeah, the ants are carrying him like a king.
What?
I would say there's nothing to beat a cool cup of honey in the heat. And to relieve many an ache, there's nothing better than a piece of cake. Chocolate makes you stronger, so you can walk much longer. Hello, my friends, here we are at last. Thank you. Now, we don't want to waste any more time, do we? So let's start now. I think I can see the picnic basket over there.
Well, what do you think about that, huh?
I should say.
Cheek.
Huh? Do you know, I've really got no idea which road to take now.
Let's just follow our noses. The straight road is often the right one.
Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right.
Ah! Oh, help, help, I can't stand.
Don't panic. Remember to drink water.
Help,
fell into a
help.
hole. Come, I'll pull you out
I
with this
can't
rod.
reach the stalk.
You should be able to swim a few strokes, Alexander.
I can't.
Just try to get
on
hold
with
of
your
that
tail.
stalk.
Help, help, help. Oh, help, help, help,
Do you still think we're following the right road, Barney?
You can rely on me. I know this whole area like I know myself. Now, this story I simply have to children. I was in South America once and got lost in the Amazons. But finally, I found the road, and would you believe it? It was the right one.
Well, now he's got us into trouble. We're at the crossroads again. You've just been leading us around in a circle.
How could that happen?
It's
It's only human to make a mistake. Even a fly can be wrong.
But I wasn't invited to a marathon. I was actually invited to a picnic.
Oh, I can't go on. My poor aching feet. They're so sore.
Just one question. Where were you actually going, huh?
We were going to the flower garden behind that hill there.
Why didn't you tell me before? I know the way well.
Aha! Why didn't you
tell
say
us?
so?
Because nobody asked me. Anyway, it's not far away. Come on, let's go now.
Hooray! Hooray!
It's beautiful.
I've never in my whole life seen so many lovely flowers.
And the flowers smell so lovely. Just think of their honey.
Wait a moment. A lot of the flowers growing here are deadly poisonous.
Do you really expect us to believe that? You've been deceiving us all the time. Come, Maya, let's go.
Isn't it funny when you speak the truth, they never believe you?
So there we are. Can you imagine, Maya, how these flowers can possibly be poisonous? Lovely. You should try some, Maya. Delicious.
No, thank you. I'd rather not.
Don't be afraid. It tastes delicious. It's very sweet. You're missing out on something, I'm telling you. Now come.
Look at him eating. I can't believe it.
We should be used to it by now.
Alexander! Dad! I think Willie's taken some poisoned honey.
Serves him right. He didn't want to listen. Ha! Ha!
I don't think that's a good reason for flying off and deserting him. You just don't care at all. Now, just what's wrong with Willie, Maya?
He's got the most awful cramps.
Oh, it's so sore. Please help me. Do something. Do something. I think the honey must have been poisoned. Oh, help
What do
me.
you do in a case like this?
I say let's give him a lot of water to drink to rinse the poison out of his stomach.
That's a very good idea. Let's get some quickly.
Aha! That's the plant I'm looking for. That will take away the poison. Now, just a little bit at first, and we'll see what it tastes like. Now, there.
I can't have any more. I'm quite full.
You must drink some more, Willie, so that the poison will be rinsed out of your stomach. Don't you understand?
It doesn't help in any
I don't
case.
know what
The
to
pain's
do.
only
What
getting
else
worse.
can I try?
Here, Willie, you must quickly drink this juice. It'll cure the poison of the flowers.
Do you really think I'd believe a word you say after all your lies?
Please drink it, Willie. It will help you.
No, I'd rather die.
I can understand,
it won't
Willie.
take
I'd
much
rather not
longer
drink any
anyway.
either.
Yes, Kurt's quite right.
You're just a big fibber and a liar.
Yes, and also remember what trouble we got into when we believed you, huh?
I can understand that you don't believe me. But this time I'm not lying. I'm really not lying. I'm not.
Barney, wait.
Not.
Don't throw the juice away,
No.
please.
Not
I believe
lying.
you. Now, why don't you just give me the juice? And I'll pretend that I found it. Then Willie will drink it. Come on, Barney, you can give it to me.
Well, thank goodness somebody here believes me. Here you are. Take it quickly, otherwise it'll be too late.
And in future, Barney, you'd better give up storytelling.
Yes, you're right, but go quickly now. Go!
See you later.
No, this tastes horrible.
I'm sure it's bitter, but it'll help you.
Are you sure you found it yourself, huh?
Of course.
Thank you, Barney. I now know that it was your juice.
The Maya did tell you. I asked her not to. I can only tell you that I was happy to help. And I promise you right now that I'll stop all my storytelling. The truth is that I've never left the field in the whole of my life.
What?
I got so used to my bragging and boasting that I didn't even notice it myself anymore.
Well, now, as long as you're really sorry about it, we won't bear a grudge.
Well, I actually had a reason for it. You see, I was always overlooked because I'm so tiny, so I decided to compensate in other ways. That's why I made up these stories about the Amazons and about Africa. I was only trying to sound interesting, that's all
You've
it
saved
was.
someone's life. You don't need to do that anymore. And that's far more important.
Maya's quite right. I suggest that we propose a toast to the health of our new friend and rescuer. Long live Barney!
Long live Barney!
Well, thank you all very much. But don't you think you're all exaggerating a little?
Let's toast.
You've had enough, Willie.
But I was looking forward to it.
Toast to Barney's health. Barney forever!
Thanks, Mr. Flip.